So this little gem is billed as the smallest English dictionary in the world. And that is no longer the case, but it is still a wonderful example of a miniature book. There are all kinds of books that have been made in miniature form, and it's something that has been done over centuries by humans making books. The talismanic importance of books. They can have great meaning spiritually and personally, and some books we like to keep close to us. So the paper, the printing, everything that goes into making a book. There's a great deal of challenge in shrinking that down. Here on the table we've got some examples of all of these genres. The first that I'll talk to is this lovely little prayer book, which was produced in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So it's a lovely example of what's known as a macro miniature, anywhere between 76 and 101 millimeters. Coming down the scale is the miniature proper, and these wonderful examples measure usually between 25 and 76 millimeters high. And this beautiful one, it's an almanac, and it comes in its own matching leather gilt-tooled case. Another example of a miniature that is really produced to celebrate the book arts, and it's called A Small Collection of Fists. And it celebrates the form of the manicule, the little finger pointing. So the next step down in the scale from miniature is the micro miniature, and that brings us to the little tiny dictionary, and they measure between 6 and 25 millimeters high, and they're usually volumes that you can't read with the naked eye, and that's true of this dictionary. I mean, maybe if you squint very closely, but it's much easier with a magnifying glass such as the one in the locket that the book comes with. You might think that books can't or shouldn't get any smaller than that, but they can, and they have. This is an example of what's called an ultra micro miniature. This is a copy of the Lord's Prayer, and this measures 5 millimeters by 5 millimeters. It is absolutely tiny, and I won't get it out of its box because I fear I would lose it. Today, due to nanotechnology, miniature books are getting even smaller, and the current measurement goes down into micrometers, which are 0.001 of a millimeter. So books are becoming ever smaller as technology allows them to.